What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this middle of the day market update. We'll just do a full update on Bitcoin. We'll talk about some altcoins that are interesting. We'll talk about some trade setups and news you need to know. Alright, so that's what we'll do. So let's get right into it. I'm trying to not make this video too long. There's obviously some news we need to talk about. In general, at this point of time, we actually have a speech by Jerome Powell, but so far it doesn't really look like that's having an effect. I mean, the main thing to look at is the dollar strength index. It's getting a little bit of a bullish bounce right here. But overall, I would say the trend is still either neutral or bearish right here. So that's good for crypto. And I don't, in general, I don't expect this testimony to have a lot of effect. I think it's worth much more to keep an eye on Bitcoin and to talk about the German government selling Bitcoin. Alright, so Bitcoin, if you watch my video this morning, the situation is still pretty similar, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But first of all, let's talk about the news you need to know. Alright, is the German government still selling Bitcoin? How much do they have, etc. And the answer is yes, they are still selling Bitcoin, but I would say it's a little bit, like in general, I actually think this is bullish. Like they still have $1.3 billion in Bitcoin, which is definitely not nothing. But they're sending away quite a lot. All right, you can see this today they send away even more to different addresses, and most of it is OTC. All right, so OTC is basically them sending Bitcoin to desks who sell it to other institutional partners. All right, so let's say there's who knows. All right, the U.S. government wants to buy Bitcoin. Then they normally don't do that on the open market. They buy it from other institutions, and that's OTC, or over the counter is what it stands for. So today we actually saw that again they send off over 2,500 Bitcoin worth $150 million. So if they keep selling it at this rate, look, this is going to be over before you know it. So I think that's actually quite bullish, and I think even though today they've been selling again, even though they've been selling a little bit less, I think the market is still holding up relatively well. Like the market right now, to dive into that, we're still in a downtrend, like for sure, all right? But then we're also getting some sort of a bullish, we're also getting some bottom signals right here. I don't think it's enough, and then on the, I don't think it's enough, but it's still a good sign. And then on the 1 hour time frame, I would say we're consolidating. All right. For me, the main level to look at is 58,400. All right. And I've been talking about that level basically since Friday last week. If we're able to break above that level, then we can turn bullish on the short term. If not, we'll stay bearish / consolidating. All right. At this point of time, it looks most likely to me. While we are gaining some momentum, but the momentum is very mixed. All right, we see longs and shorts being opened. So to me, it seems most likely that we will stay in this consolidation for now. I don't really see enough momentum or any reason for us to break out. So wait for the breakout. All right, and if you want to buy cryptos, then either look at cryptos that on their own are performing very well, or find cryptos or buy cryptos after Bitcoin has broken above 58,004/500. So that's my take on Bitcoin right now. I'll keep you updated on that, of course. When we talk about some altcoins, at this point of time, like I said, I think you should be careful, all right? Because in general, you want to buy altcoins when Bitcoin is doing well. What you can see right now is that a coin like Say is doing quite well as well. That has found some sort of a local bottom. As you can see, I think overall this is still in a very heavy downtrend. All right, so personally, I would not buy this. I would look for shorts. All right, so for example, there's a level at 35 cents. If you get some bearish confirmation from there, you can short it. There's a major level at 50 cents. That could be a good short. This is short-term bullish, but due to the higher time frames and due to the long-term trend, I would stay away from it. The same with Celestia, even though Celestia, I do think in general is actually gaining a lot of momentum here. But even for this, like on the 4 hour time frame, I would say this is bullish, but there's so much resistance between 7 and 8.5 that there isn't really an opportunity, in my opinion, when the market is like this, to buy it. And then you have some other cryptos, like if we talk about some other cryptos we talked about earlier, like Solana, still is relatively strong, but not a lot of momentum. Chromia, so CHR, still looks good in my opinion, but also waiting for a strong breakout here. Zero, waiting for a breakout. So a lot of cryptos actually can look very good soon, but we're still waiting for that last confirmation. Not, I would say, that looks good to short. We've got quite a lot of top signals for that, so be careful if you want to long that, and potentially look at some more bearish confirmations to enter a short. And then ADU, I think, is very manipulated, but also has a bit of potential here. So those are the coins I think you need to know. That's in general what you need to know today. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.